So this is our day two, and we will. What is the agenda for today? Is we will do some HTML practice, and on the first 20 to 25 minutes, we will do some HTML practice, and on next 20 to 25 minutes, we will write our first Java program. Okay, and why we are learning HTML is basically to understand the front end technology, to understand how websites are created. Okay, now why we are doing it, that is another question. So the answer is, first we have to take this question: who is a good test automation engineer, or who can become a better test automation engineer? The answer is actually who knows the front end also in a very good way. So, for example, what is automation? Automation is all about, if we are talking about the browser UI functional check. So, if I want to automate this particular website, right, I will interact with different elements here. So, everything what we are seeing here in the website, technically in the Selenium language, we are saying it is a web element. So for example, here, the login link here, which I click, is a web element. The text box which you are able to see is also one web element. The password box which you are able to see is also one web element. Okay? Everything, this login button, don't have an account, and at the end if you see there is this copyright thing, everything is web element. The text, whatever you see. So we should also understand how this website is created, what is the code behind it. We are not going to do everything in depth. It's like understanding at least like how these elements are present in the website, why it is showing the text box with this length, why not it is a bigger, right? And when you click here on the forgot password, this URL is getting changed here, right? If you, let's observe again. So when I clicked on, let's say, back on login and clicked on forgot password, see here URL is changing. So those small things we should understand, and for that, learning HTML is important. And a good test automation engineer is who understand the front end technology very well. So if you want to become a good test automation engineer, you should know about front end technology, the API part, plus database part, right? I'm talking about the complete test automation engineer. But as far as our UI automation, browser automation is concerned, we should at least know front end UI part. So let's see how we can learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So as I mentioned in my previous session, that W3 School is the one of the best website to learn or brush up your HTML, CSS, JavaScript knowledge. So for example, if I want to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, there are chapters from here. If you see here, if you see here, so first three one. So here is HTML tutorial, which you should go one by one, and it's very easy one. In one hour, probably you can finish 4 to 5 chapters, and then go to the next chapter, and it's very interesting one. So we'll take a small assignment to complete for making our own thing. But just to remind you, HTML is all about what you are seeing in a website. Whatever you are seeing in this website is HTML. Then what is CSS? So what component you are seeing is HTML. So for example, Here is one text box. This is because one HTML code behind it. Everything you are seeing is one component or web element. But what is CSS? So if you observe, before login, there is a dot, blue colored dot, and this login has a blue background, white text, right? So those things, the decoration part is done through CSS. So we should know about CSS also, but don't go in depth. It's just like first 10 to 15 chapters. 15 chapters, if you are able to do, it will be very good for your test automation journey. Then about JavaScript tutorial. So let me open it again. In the tutorial, sorry, here is learn JavaScript. The JavaScript is again a programming language which is used at client side and server side both. We should understand the client side scripting. So when we say client side scripting is generally what you can see in their page source. So if I do right click and I'm doing view page source, we will be able to see the script. Okay, so if you see here, somewhere the script will be there. So not JavaScript, I'll write script. So see here, uh, let's see, yeah, this one is JavaScript code, right? So we will, it's not like that you have to understand each and everything about the JavaScript, but basic thing we should know. Okay, so we are talking about a website which we will create. So let me put it back. So here a button will be there which will say, again, a button will be like click me or uh, get money. Get money will be the button. And once you click on that, the message will pop up. So what kind of message it will be? Your current balance is a particular amount after you click on the get money. So let's take it as one assignment and we'll see what we can do today. So here is username. Username is one text box. I'm giving the hint like this is a text box. This is text area. So there is a difference between text box and text area. We will see. These are called radio buttons. Radio button. And this city will have a drop down. Drop down, in the drop down there will be option like there will be city like Mumbai, Pune, Chennai, whatever you want to put. This is again one button. Once you click that, it will show us this. Once you click that, it will show welcome username. Once you click that, it will show us welcome username. Okay. So what we want is, this is again a text only. Okay. It's not a box here. It will be just text. Okay. So username will be what you will provide here. And there will be error also. So there may be error can come. So when error will come, will come only when there is a problem. So error will come only when there is a problem. So for example, there are mandatory fields. The username is the mandatory field, let's say. So just one field. So error will come like, please provide username, something like this. It's a mandatory field, something like this. Some error will come. And in the lower half, we have current balance. So this we can fix. Okay, anytime whenever user will enter, 10,000 will be its default current balance. Okay, And withdrawal amount user can put. So it's a very simple banking logic, right? Withdrawal amount, you can put anything, but after you click on the get money, if the withdrawal amount is greater than the current balance, so obviously it will show you the message that it is not possible. So here withdrawal amount, user can specify anything but number. So probably it will be like a number, and this is again a button. This one is a button. So once you will click on get money, here it will show your current balance is this amount, or error, or error. So if withdraw amount is greater than balance. Okay, so simple one. So this is a small website we will try to create. Okay, let me save it so that it will reach to you also. What are the things we want to do? So this will be inside our day2 folder, and we'll share it with you. So this is day2. Let me save it. Fine. Let's understand it again. Username is a text box. Address is text area. Gender is radio button. City is drop down. Then there is a button submit, or you can name anything. Once you click that, it will say welcome user. And if the username is not provided, it will say please provide your username. Then after that, user can put, there will be a default balance it will show, and based on that, if you put your withdrawal amount, and once you click on get money, it will show you your current balance. Okay, so as of now it's just a dummy website. Don't think about where is the password or anything. It's just a dummy thing. We want to practice on it. So let's understand how you can create HTML thing. So very simple one. How you can do, if you have your notepad, you can simply open a new tab. So notepad plus plus you must be having. So here in the language, you can set up language as HTML, and what is the first tag is itself HTML only. So how HTML works? HTML starts with HTML tag, and there is a start and end tag. So see here, once I wrote the end tag, it is automatically getting highlighted. Why? What it is showing? If this is the end, this was your start tag. It's like this. Okay. So end tag will have this forward slash and then the same tag name. So HTML, all the HTML document is started with HTML and end with HTML. Under that, there may be multiple things. We are just going to let's say body directly. So body is the content of your website. So if I am starting the body, I should end body. So in between, there will be a code. Whatever you will write here will be your code. So let me put it properly again. So this will go to our, so this is our, what we say, practice. Okay, practice.html. So here, if I write anything, let's say I'm writing high testology, right? I have written something, just high testology, one text. I'm saving it. How I can see that? I can simply go here, and in the day2, I have this practice. See here, this practice is created now. And once we create it, then if you double click here, see here, it is coming. High testology is visible. So that I have opened through my Chrome browser. Once you double click it, it will come. If in your system it is not coming, you can right click and you can do open with Chrome or Firefox, whatever you want to do it. Okay. Okay. We are understanding it because we should understand how codes are written, the front end technology is written. We will have our own live project to do automation. We are not learning automation as of now. We are just understanding how the front end is made. Right? And then we will shift to the Java part little bit today. So let's go back to our assignment. My assignment was there should be a text box. Okay. So how to make a text box? You have to check. So if you are good with the HTML, you must be knowing it. If you don't know, that is also fine. Once you will go through this tutorial, you will get to know about different tags available in HTML and how this can be made. But for example, I don't know anything about it, let's say. Okay, so Google is there. So what I'm showing is a very practical way in that even the developers are doing in this way if they are stuck with anything. So I want to, but I should know at least basic, like because I know that this is called text box. So what I will search in Google, how to make a text box in HTML. So most of the time it will open again W3 schools chapters only. So if you see here, somebody is talking about this HTML input tag, this one. So HTML has an input tag through that you can create text box. So this one. So I'm copying it as of now and I'll show you. So I'm deleting everything else. Just this is sufficient. So when we say input type is equals to text, it's sufficient. And I and the input tag. So there is a rule that whatever tag you have, that will end at some point, right? So this is I am starting. Input is one tag and that is used to create something. If you provide type is equals to text, it will create a text box. And this is the start of the tag, and this is the like you ended it, but actually the tag is ended here. So this is the syntax to create a text box. Let's see whether it is created or not. So I'm saving this practice.html and I'll do just refresh. See here, that text box has come. That means it's working. Okay. And let's put this high testology as a header. So there is a tag called, let's say h1 is a is one tag actually. If you put h1, it will look like one header. So end with h1. Done. So once you do that, if I refresh it, see here, high testology is shown as one header. Okay. Okay. What is our website? Next thing, text box is made. Then there is a okay username. Before that, there should be username. Let me write it. Username should come. Let's refresh it and check whether it is showing us in that way or not one by one. Yes, username has come. Now after that, as per our requirement, we want to put address. Fine. But that should be text area. Okay. I will again search in the Google. Every time I'll not search, I'm just showing you the way that if you are stuck with the syntax, you can simply search, right? How to create text area in HTML. And that will land me again to one tutorial in W3 schools only. So this is text area. So, okay, let me copy it and I'll put it in my code that okay, now this is address and I'm copying it. So text area is again one tag. So I'm deleting all those things. We will understand what is this other things, but I'm deleting as of now. Okay, but let me not delete it. I'll delete. Okay, guys, I'm back. It happens sometimes. It's if the network is gone, don't worry about it. I'll rejoin. I'm sharing back. So I was talking about the username address is done. So text area is again one tag which which creates a text area, and we are just fixing that there will be 4 rows and there you can put 50 columns. So columns is basically number of characters you can put here, I guess. So let's end it. So it's not mandatory in HTML. It's not mandatory to end the tag, but it's a good practice to end whatever you have started. See if, let's see if we will refresh it. See, address has come. So text area, if you see here, here is like one, two lines are visible here, right? It's a text area. If you put something here, let me put it. What it says is if it is more than this, see here, automatically the arrow bar will come, the slide bar will come, so that you can slide. So if I'm writing here, if I want to go up, so it's this is called text area. Fine. What is next? We want to create the radio button. Fine. But this address I want in the next line. So to put the next line is BR. So if I use BR, it will change the line. So we'll write /BR. /BR is a syntax to just change the line. I want 2 lines in between. So I'll put 2 times BR and BR. Great. Let's refresh it. Done. Address part is done. Now I want to put radio button. So I'm not going into everything today. Now it's your task to create these many things at least, right? You may not be able to create the code once it is clicked, what should happen, but at least the user interface part, at least the component part, you should be able to make it one by one as we create it. Okay, it's important. It's really important to do this practice. It will get you an idea that there are different kind of tags and there are attributes. So these are called attributes. Input is the tag, and whatever you see after the tag is called attribute. So type is the attribute. Once you see the equal to sign, and this is attributes value. This is the value of that attribute. So for example, text area is the tag, rows is the attribute, 4 is the value of this attribute, and it has its own meaning. It has its own meaning. So for example, when we wrote row is equals to 4, so it was fixing the number of rows it will show on when you load the page. See here, I can write here, let's say first line, second line, third line, fourth line, and then once I enter, then only this slide bar is coming. Okay. In this way, row is equals to 4 works. If you will increase row is equals to 10, this box size will get increased vertically. That's it. And let's understand now, because we are doing 2 things simultaneously. One is understanding the HTML part, and another thing is we are working on the Java part also. Okay, so now let's go to our Java part and understand it, that how you can start working on Java. So let me close everything as of now. Okay, fine. So once you have your Eclipse in your system, you'll be able to see blank things. For example, I have a lot of things projects, so that's why I'm able to see a lot of things at the left side. Otherwise, you will not be able to see. If you are seeing in your Eclipse Package Explorer, don't use it. Use the Project Explorer. So what you can do is, I'm showing you right now, and if your Eclipse is open at your end, do the same thing what I am doing. So you have to go to Windows, Show View. In the Show View, there is a Project Explorer view. If I select it, my view will be like this. Means it will show the heading Project Explorer. Now, how to create the Java project? It's simple. You have to go to the File, New, Project, and you have to select. There will be one option, Java. I'll go there. I'll select Java project. I will click on Next. I'll give a name. Let's say I'm giving just a name, check. And you don't have to touch anything else. Here it will show you what kind of runtime environment you have, and what kind of layout if you want to change. Do you want to change the default layout of your project? Don't change anything. Here it will show that what will be your physical location of your project. So it will show you that you have a workspace, let's say, and inside that there will be check folder will be created as a project folder. And if I click on next and finish, it will create me a project. So I'm closing it. We already created yesterday one project called API Test Batch August 20. Inside that, let's make some program. So how we have created, inside that src folder will come, and then you can create a package. So right click here, there is an option to create package. Package is collection of Java classes, right? Package is generally where you put a lot of Java classes and it is bundled as a package. Okay. So there is a hierarchy. When you put your classes inside a package, then that class name is actually that package name dot class name. You will see these things in detail. So how to create the package? The same process. Once you are on source folder, right click, new package you can do, and you can give a name. So we have already created one practice package here, and let's create very first program. So I'm going here. Okay, sorry, this is my API batch. I'm very sorry. Let's create right now a new project itself. We did not create it last time. Let's create a right. So file, new Java project, or you can select project. So let me do it by project only. Project, and we'll select Java project. Next, let's say we'll give a name, August 2020 batch. I'm giving this name so that I'll remember what is the project name here. You can give any name, whatever you wish to. Next, finish. So see here, this project is created. Inside that, there is a source folder, empty one. If I create new package and I'll give a name, let's say practice Java, and I don't want to create this info.java, just a package will be created. And after that, if I do new class, and here I can give like So today we are going to understand data type, let's say. So I'm giving a name, data type demo, done. So this is our class. If you see here how it is structured, it is showing you on the very first line that your package name is actually practice Java for this class. And your class name is same as what program name or the class name you selected on the on that widget, right? So here we so every class has its scope. So if you see here, the scope of this class is starting from the fourth line and it is ending at the eighth line. So this is called curly bracket or curly braces, and inside that we will write the program. So I'm writing a simple program. Okay, so you must be having a question: why public, static, void, main, a particular syntax? We'll clarify this thing. Let's spend 4 to 5 days on Java programming because it requires a little bit knowledge about the access specifier, then uh, different kind of data and return type we say, and the function name. So that's why I'm not explaining about what is this all, right? But we will discuss, that is for sure. So if you have seen in your book or any time that here we write string arg or args, so that is a myth. So I was talking about in most of the books or wherever you have read till now is you will see string args is written here, right? It's not mandatory. You just have to give any name. It's like this is a main function which accepts string array. Main is one function, and how Java works is when you execute this program, the main function get executed, nothing else executed. Wherever you have written your main function will be executed. That is called here main function. So here, let's understand today a little bit about data type. Java has some data type and why it is required. So for example, if I write uh, z is equals to 20, for Java, it doesn't make any sense. Java understands 20. That is perfectly fine. It understands the equal to sign also, but it doesn't understand anything which is not defined properly. So Java is a well defined uh, programming language, right? So it doesn't understand what is Z. You have to define what kind of data you want to put. So for example, 20 is integer, it understands it very well. But to to put this 20 into something, right? Well, how equal to sign works? It's a mathematics. How equal to sign works when you write any expression. So for example, x is equals to 12 plus 23. What happens with this expression? The right hand side get executed first, and whatever is the answer is assigned to the left hand part. In this way it works. Java is also the same. Any expression works like that. But here, if you're assigning 20 to Z, it requires the data type to be declared before Z. So for example, let's understand then what is data type and how it works. I'm making a new notepad here. So whenever in Java, you write integer Z is equals to 20, What is the meaning of this? We'll see one by one. It's very important. You people, maybe some of you may be thinking like it's very simple thing, but it's very important to understand that what is the meaning of this line. What is int? Int is data type. Int is data type. What is z? Z is identifier. You can give any name, whatever you want to give here. It is just identifier or the variable name. What is equal to? Equal to is assignment operator, and it's very important. We'll discuss about it. What is 20? 20 is a constant or literal or value. So in technical language, it's called literal also. What is semicolon? Semicolon is end of statement. I'm writing here. Integer is data type, and there are different data types in Java based on what value you want to assign. What is Z? Z is identifier or variable, or that's it. Equal to is assignment operator. Assignment operator. How assignment operator works? Assignment operator means whatever is there at the right hand side, calculate or do some calculation or whatever is there will be assigned to the left hand part. That's it. But it's very important. What is 20? 20 is, like you can say, literal constant value, right? As of in simple language, we say 20 is a value, numeric value. Great. But then what is equal to semicolon? Semicolon here is end of statement. So whenever one statement is ending, right, we put semicolon. So in Java, whenever you are ending one statement, it will end with semicolon. So let me complete it. In Z is equals to 20. And if you want to write another statement, you can write in the next line, or you can write in the same line also. So I want to declare another integer called int c is equals to 35. That is also fine. But for a better clarity, let's write in the next line. Now the question is, when you execute this program, what will happen in the background? That is also important. So when you write int z is equals to 20, what happens in the background is it allocates a memory space to z. So what happens in the background is it will create a memory space. It will name it z. It will name it z, and it will put the value 20 here inside the box. Okay. Now the question is, what will be the size of this box? Because memory, how memory works is, you have a fixed memory in your RAM. Every program takes certain amount of memory in your RAM. In the same way, it's like whatever you declare is in Java, it's fixed. So for example, if it is integer, then it will reserve 4 bytes of memory for integer data type. It's like this, 4 bytes of memory. Okay. So different data type reserve different kind of size. So that is again a thing you should learn. So again, now the thing is how to learn Java thing. If you want to do it chapter by chapter, we are also learning, but Java is such a big thing that everything cannot be completed within 15 days, right? So we have just, let's say, 2 weeks to brush up all the things in Java, understand different concept as per our syllabus. But I recommend that actually you can again go to W3 schools for a very basic chapter one. Here is learn Java part. Here you can go chapter by chapter to understand very basic thing about Java and what technical term we are using. It's very easy one. Don't worry about it. So for example, today we are learning, let's say, about data types. So if I go to this chapter, I'll be able to understand that there are different kind of data types. So here when we say integer my_num is equals to 5, here is integer is the data type. This is just a variable name and you have assigned 5 to it. And this will be called integer. When you say if you want to use decimal values, you can declare it like this. If you want to declare a single character, you can use it like this. Okay, let me copy this so that it will be very clear in the system also what we are doing. So I'm coming to this and I'm declaring something. So float is here. This is user defined name. You can give any identifier name here, but this is the way we declare it. Char, boolean. So boolean values are you can put only some either two value, like either you put like true or false. You cannot put any number or anything. Boolean accepts only true or false. Character accepts only a single character. Okay, it can be anything which is there in your keyboard. It's not just A B C D or alphabetical thing or numerical thing. Whatever you see in your keyboard is one character. So in fact a space is also one character. The dollar sign is also one character. A string is group of characters. You can say bunch of characters, sequence of character. String can have spaces also. So if I write hello testology, that will be again, that is also one string. Okay. Now this program is not making any sense if I run it. If I run this and I'll run it as a Java application, nothing is happening. Let me run it again. How to run this program? Right click here, run as Java application. Nothing happened. If you want to see if there is any output, there is console output icon. See here, one desktop icon is here or console is here. If you click here, this is our output window. If there is any output, it will be shown here. You can drag and drop here to see in this view also. So the upper part is our program and the lower part is the output of this program. There is no output. So if you want to see anything, you have to do system.out.println. System.out.println. So that command will print whatever you want to put inside println. So for example, if I want to print the value of z plus c, I can write it like this. Let me copy it. And if I want to print, let's say, what is the value of my letters, so I'll write it like this. And if you want to print your own thing, that is also possible. So if I want to print, let's say, hello, that's it. That is also possible. So what will be the output of this program? If I run, I'm running this and it is showing me this 3 is the output. Why it is showing? We did a lot of things, but whatever you are printing, that is only coming in your console output. So we did z plus c, so that is 20 plus 35, 55 is coming. We have printed my letter, so it is showing me that dollar value is there. I'm printing in double quote hello. So when whatever you put in the double quote comes as it is, right? There is no meaning here. It's just whatever you put hello dot 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 folks, I'm writing, let's say, and if I run this, I'm running this and saying hello folks. Okay, so as it is, whatever you put into the double quote will come. There are a lot of things to check about the data type. We'll continue that part tomorrow to understand more things about data type. But let's take it like, if I'm saying data type, then it's better that you complete at least till this chapter so that we can go ahead and learn other things.